Good morning, you guys. It's your favorite cutie, Tati, and I decided today that I'm going to be doing more long form content on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to continue to shower my shorts and everything, but I'm just going to invest more energy into my YouTube channel. I've had this channel for a really long time, and I really want to reach heights that I feel like are possible now. I think what's been holding me back for the last few years is having a fear of being seen. And I think that sometimes we think that if we're actively putting content out and we're pursuing our dreams, that means that we're okay with being seen, and that's not always the case. So even though it appears to be bravery and it appears that, oh yeah, I'm putting myself out there and I'm doing my part, internally, if you're afraid of being judged, if you're afraid of people seeing the real you, really being your authentic self, if you're scared to say what you really think, and you're scared to just emanate your natural energy, you're afraid of being seen. And all of those fears are very valid. And I think that I've lived with those fears, and I truly was one of the people out there that they talk about when they say, fear of success. I believe that I did have a fear of success because I was always I don't know. I think that I've had so much criticism in my life or just been abandoned in my childhood from people that I really wanted to have close. I don't have a good relationship with my father. I feel a lot of judgment from him a lot of my life, and even just him alone, just not having the kind of relationship that I would have wanted from my father, the support, and just being abandoned emotionally multiple times in my life, it made me feel like I wasn't good enough. It made me feel like there was something wrong with me. And that's a really hard place to be in, because it makes you feel shame about the things that make you you. So one of the things that I've learned to grow to love about me is my emotional intensity, because it's why I'm able to push myself to do amazing things, because when I really feel passionate about something, I have so much emotion and so much love and passion within me that I can really push for it and go for things really, really hard. I can really give myself that internal fuel to make things happen. And people that have been in my life have seen me accomplish a lot of things. Maybe not everything has been a commercial success, as far as being on TV or being in a movie or something like that, but just creative goals, and just people have seen me be successful. Now I feel like it's time for me to rise, though, and I think me rising is a part of me accepting myself and truly loving myself for who I am. And I want to thank a lot of you guys for that. And I'll come back to where I'm getting at. I just want to thank you guys for that too, because sometimes, we're not able to see ourselves clearly with the people that are around us. Sometimes, the things that happen to us in our childhood really do hold us back. It really does make us feel if somebody sees me, they won't love me. And I've had the opposite effect. And I talk about this all the time, as much as I can, because the gratefulness that I have received through TV, I'm so thank you, Oprah, for having her own channel that was able to host a show. Thank you, Bunna Murray, for producing the Never Ever Met show, because regardless of whatever happened on that show, you guys have showed me that I'm okay. And I've been struggling to believe that for a long time. I really have. I really have been struggling to realize that I'm okay. I'm all right. And now I'm really all right with me. I'm okay with me. I feel like it was I've always been working towards that momentum to really feel that way. And I've been fighting really hard to get there. But it's really hard when the people in your family make you feel like you're make you feel like you're just dramatic, when actually my gift is actually to uncover things and to speak truth into situations. I am an initiator. I'm a catalyst for positive change. This is something that I've always known for myself, because see, a lot of things don't change because people are willing to like not say the things. Like, when people are getting paid different wages for doing the same work, you know why people are able to continue to do that? Because there's not a lot of people who want to actually speak up and tell the truth about what's happening. So then there's no change that can happen. You see, because a lot of people want to keep putting things under the rug. And when things are under the rug, you just continue to walk over it every day. You keep walking over it, and nothing changes. Nothing changes. And I know that my confrontational nature can intimidate some, but I confront with love. Like, yes, I am always going to continue to try to master my communication, because I feel like communication really does save relations. And I feel like the more you're able to like harness that love in your communication and be able to remain calm regardless what the message is, and then also just learning to just walk away from certain situations, because some things, like in the show, like some people just needs to be walked away from, but in TV that's not necessarily the conducive thing to do, because it's obviously a job. So I put up with a lot more than I probably would have in real life, and stayed for a lot longer than I would have if, circumstances were different and it was real life and I had, nothing to lose or gain by the situation. But, that's just what I'm getting at. So this brings me back to letting yourself be seen. I know that it's a hard journey. It's a really, really hard journey, but I want you guys to really, if you have the fear of being successful, and if you feel like being yourself is going to make people not love you, if you feel like you're unlovable, I want you to deeply know that those things are lies. That's a lie. And you'll be surprised. Yes, you will lose people. Yes, there will be certain people who will never, ever, give you the things that you truly need in life. There'll be people who don't validate you. And even with the show, there's people who don't agree with me. There's people who just feel like I'm just rude and yada, yada. But I know that those are projections, because in your heart, you can feel what's true and what's not. People can say what they want to. People can tell you a million different things, but in your heart, you know what resonates. You know what you can work on, and then you also know what is just somebody else's baggage that they're projecting onto you because they have things going on. But I want you to know you're lovable. I want you to know that everything about you, somebody would love about you. Somebody needs exactly who you are. I believe that God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, the higher power, a higher power, the highest power, created all of us uniquely and divinely to operate and to fulfill various missions in this life. And exactly who you are is the puzzle piece that's going to make you fit perfectly and help ignite and move forward this world. And you'll be able to touch so many more people in this world if you are yourself. And if you can somehow overcome. And you know what? I really wish this for you. I wish this for everyone. I wish for everyone to be able to see themselves in the highest light. Yet nobody's perfect, but you're worthy. You're worthy of love. You're worthy to be seen, to be understood. You're worthy to connect with the people who understand the language that you speak. And I appreciate you guys, because I really am finding my people, and that's why you guys are motivating me. I'm not going to shy away from being emotional. This is who I am. I think for a long time, because I have the worth ethic, right? I will work on something forever. I don't care. If it's something I want to do, I'll work on it forever. But I think for a while, I have been lacking a little bit of direction, because I don't feel like I was connecting with my people. And I felt like I wasn't connected with my people because I still was afraid. But I wish for everyone to love themselves so that you could get on your path, and really like do the work that you're here to do. And sometimes that work doesn't always involve like being famous or like being the most visible person in the world, like a Beyonce or whatever. It may be, but it may not. But that doesn't mean that it's less powerful. The people in your community, and even the people in my family that I feel like don't support me, they see me do things. There's so many people in my family that who I know have seen me on the show. I haven't received not one congratulations. No, that's fine. Because even those people, I'm inspiring. I know I am. Because by being myself fiercely, I'm going places. And mark my words, I'm going to, if as long as I'm on this earth, and you know, God sees it fit that I'm going to be on this earth taking another breath, and I can, you know, use the gifts that God gave me in my voice in whatever way, whether that's music, whether that's talking to you guys, whether that's like speaking up in a situation where someone needs to speak up, I'm going to get where I'm going. And I have so much faith about that. It's not even faith at this point. It's just a knowing. So I'm on that journey. And while I'm on that journey, the mantra that's on my mind this morning when I woke up is do it all. Do it all. I think we spend so much time trying to figure out like, oh, well, what exactly is it? Should I be doing this or should I do that? And while I think for some people, like, I think absolutely it's necessary for them to lock in on one thing. I think if Beyonce had been like a person of just many, many things along her journey, she wouldn't be the Beyonce that we know, you know? So I think everybody's journey is different. But also, if you're a person like me and you feel called to multiple different things, if not one thing has made you a significant amount of success, do it all. Do everything you can do that you think of. Literally be all that you can be in this life. So that means if I feel called to make music, I'm going to make music. If I feel called to dance, I'm going to dance. If I feel called to make videos like this, I'm going to do it. And that's kind of what this video is about too, because for a long time this channel, I only just posted stuff like music. But I'm going to post it all on this channel, and I hope that you guys are just down for the journey. And I really appreciate you guys who checked out my last video. It was a visual to my song Exposed. I was very pleasantly surprised by, you know, the love and the feedback on that video. And it just reminded me that if I pour into this space with a positive mind and attitude, I'm going to get a lot back. Like, you know, I'm going to receive that energy back, especially now that I feel like that I know more of who I am, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to be seen, and I'm going to reach more people. I'm determined to reach more people because it's part of my process. It's part of my process, and it's part of my purpose and reason for being on this earth is to reach more people in whatever way, and to share my voice and to share the things that in my unique perspective. I have a different perspective than a lot of people, and all of us do, right? But I know that what I have to share is valuable, and to the best of my ability, I'm going to keep showing up. So thank you guys for this. I am working on like getting a podcast going where I have similar talks to this, where, you know, I could just up the production value, because I mean, I think I'll do both. Like, I like having a mix of both, because I think some people really do just appreciate the rawness of like a sit down like this. But also, me personally, I just love a good production. I love a good lighting in the background. Like, you know, I love a good quality video, and I want to do both. If I feel inspired to just wake up and talk about whatever, then cool. And then also I want to talk to other people. I want to bring other perspectives, and I want to have these conversations, and I want to you know, maybe really have a show one day. I would love to have a TV show of my own that's aired like wherever, on Netflix, on who knows what new platforms are coming, on Netflix, on Hulu, on Tubi, on whatever. I don't care. I want to share my voice, and I've looked up to people like Oprah. I know some people don't like Auntie O. I've heard a lot of things about Auntie O, but you know what? Oprah has been a huge inspiration to me, because there's something about seeing somebody go from the most the stories that she has, that she shares. She's come from so little and done so much. And I don't care who you are, you have to respect. There's something special about that inspires us all. I'm inspired because I feel like if Oprah can go from, the family in her life only dream for her is to like find some good white people to be good to her, to owning networks and just creating an enormous amount of wealth and notoriety for herself. And nobody's perfect, but her influence and her impact is enormous. And I want to have an enormous impact in this world. I want to leave a mark here. So people like that really inspire me. There's a lot of bad things that we end up finding out, even just now, like with the Diddy case and all that stuff about Hollywood. But even with that, we still need people in those spaces. Like, I'm not deterred by those things, and I still want to, and I finally can admit to myself that I really want to be in a space where I can create an enormous impact on the world. As big as I can. And as big as is good for me. And whatever is right for me is what I want. But I do know that if I keep going, I'm going to be able to do more. And I want to be able to share my perspectives. And I want to be able to like help people. And especially women. And I want to be able to highlight and platform more women. I want to hire more women. If I had a TV network, do you guys know how many women I would hire to be like the cameraman? I went on set for Bel-Air. They're shooting Bel-Air, right? And I went on set because I know the director, and I have pictures on my Instagram if you guys are interested. I'll share more when the show actually debuts. And looking around and noticing that I was already an extreme minority by just being a black woman on set with, and then shout out to, Miss Tina, who allowed me, oh my gosh, to be a part of her set and to shadow her. What a powerful moment. And that's going to be a whole nother situation in itself. I think I'll save that and talk about that later on the actual podcast. I'll put that on my list of notes of things that I want to share, like my perspectives and the things that I took away from that experience. But seeing how even on our own shows, we're the minorities. I want to hire more people of color, specifically black people. I want to see more black cameramen, black camera women. I want to be, what? The reason why I really like the idea of being wealthy is not just for myself. It's because of what you can do. Like, I want to be extremely wealthy in this life because then I could put people into position and I can get more opportunity. And when you put other people in position, then you don't know your legacy. Those people then hopefully will do the same thing. And I want to create a culture of where that's normal. Take your brilliance and those opportunities that people have given you, and when people give you a leg up and they pull you up, do the same and do it for the people who need it the most, especially in a time like this where people are trying to regress so aggressively. I want to lift up people that look like me, and especially black women, because I'm a black woman and I know what we go through. And I want to have platforms that help women. I want to have platforms that educate us younger and younger and younger so we don't fall into the traps that like we can fall into. And then I'll share with you guys like some traps that I've fallen into and some of my biggest and deepest regrets. And I really want to share these things. And I know that not everybody will appreciate it. I know that there'll be some people who blame me, and there'll be some people who, will say negative things and try to attack me because of the things I'm saying. But you know what? It's more worth it because there's people out there that need to hear my story. And if I could save people from going through some of the stuff that I've been through, child, it's worth it. It's 1,000% worth it for me, because that's why I'm such a mouthpiece, because I feel like I wish I would have had more of that. Like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for the people that come before me. And I'm thankful for my mother. I'm so grateful for my grandmother. Both amazing women, but even them, like, I feel like they did the best that they could, and they told me the things that they learned in life and helped to guide me. But as generations go on, we learn more and more, like, and we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. So I just want to be a bigger voice to reach the people who need to hear it, because sometimes the people who tell you the stuff that you really need to know are not even like your family, and it's not out of maliciousness. It's out of just like, what you know, and you pass down what you pass down. And I believe that everybody does the best that they can. Even my dad, I don't have a good relationship with my dad, and I think it's unfortunate that, like, I've had to come to terms that I'm never going to get what I need from him. Emotionally, he's never going to be that person for me, like, and I don't think I'll ever get like a real sincere, heartfelt apology. And because he's so concerned about being right and being flawless, and none of us are. So it's just like, I'm not going to get what I want. But I feel like even he's doing the best that he can. Like, looking at the dynamics that I see with his dad, I can see a lot of why my dad is the way that he is, just through that. And just who knows what, my grandpa was saw, what I'm saying? How things just get passed down. But I want to elevate myself to a platform so that I can reach more people. And I want to create programs, events, like things to lift us up and to reach more people, and to even help people that have fell to some of the unfortunate things. But y'all, I don't want to make this video too long. We're already here.